Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. What is going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart, from the deep, dark depths of my soul. I appreciate you all for spending your time here with the Candle Mafia on the Frankie Candles live stream. Guys, 28K incoming, question mark? 28K is here, guys. We have finally made it to $28,000. I mean, obviously, we did peek into this level a couple of times, but this 28K level is something that we've been looking at for so long, and it kind of felt like maybe we're never going to get there, right? Like maybe we won't make it, but here we are sitting at 28K, guys. We are coming up to some seriously important resistance levels. We also have some potential signals pointing to some short-term downside in the near future before we may potentially get another move to the upside. Shout out to, I don't know how to say your name, Codnatcher 420 says, show your calves. Maybe we'll have to get into those calves in just a second, guys. But we're right up against key resistance right now, guys. And again, we do have some signals on the lower time frames indicating a potential pullback before some more potential upside. Now, I will say, in the longer term, I am definitely bullish on Bitcoin. We're going to go over some of those reasons why I am leaning much more bullish in the long term. So yeah, as you guys know, we were leaning long-term bullish for quite a while, and then we wound up getting a little bit of a dump down, broke some key levels. I was starting to think, hey, it might flip bearish here, but then we ripped up right through those key levels again, held them as support, and now we're sitting at 28K. So I have reinstated my longer term bullish narrative, and I'm going to show you guys kind of like the key things that I'm looking at that are pointing to some potential longer term upside for Bitcoin. And by longer term, guys, I am always long term bullish on crypto. But this long term that I'm talking about is more like over the next couple of months, right? Obviously, I'm bullish long term in crypto. I do this for a living. But when I'm talking about these longer term bullish things that are making me feel longer term bullish for Bitcoin right now specifically, I am talking about the next couple of days. Hey, what is going on? Shout out to Ross Reynolds. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro. And bro, you're in the live stream. Let's go. Shout out to Ross Reynolds. I was talking to him in the premium Discord earlier, and he was like, hey, bro, just so you know, like, I'm learning a ton from the premium Discord. It's been helping me out a lot. I'm not always in the live streams, but don't let that make you think that you're not helping me, because you are absolutely helping. And I said, hey, bro, come stop by the live stream. We'll make a big deal over it. Shout out to Ross Reynolds. I don't have direct access to the Bing Bong blaster, but we'll just go ahead and we're gonna have to throw a few. We'll throw like $1,000 for you. Let's go. Shout out to Ross Reynolds. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here in the live stream, and thank you for being in the kitchen, which is what we call the premium Discord. But guys, before we go ahead and get into the charts, don't forget to smash that like button, because every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on that wheel of pain and pleasure that has multiple chances for you guys to win giveaways. It's a good time. So go ahead and smash that like button. We are going for 850 likes on today's live stream. If we get 850 likes, I will spin that wheel 20 times. And we'll see, guys. If we start hitting like goals this week, maybe we'll add some cool stuff to the giveaways on Friday. But with all that being said, guys, before we jump into the charts, let's go ahead and say what is going on to the Mafia. Let's see who we got in here. Obviously, we do have Ross Reynolds. Shout out to you, bro. We got Jonathan Schaefer, as always, bro. What is going on? Super happy to have you in here. Shout out to Dave Digital. He says, Rob Bop. I don't know what that means, but shout out to Dave Digital. I appreciate you for being in here, bro. Shout out to Kevin Awake. Kevin's Awake. What is going on, bro? He says, the boss is here. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for tuning in. Shout out to Crypto Infinity. As always, good to see you in here. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. He says, woo, 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 woo. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. I think he's all pumped up on the Bulls today. Let's go. And hey, speaking of Bulls, we got Bullish on Parade in the chat. What is going on? Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Bubba's Crypto. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Shout out to Wick. What is going on, Wick? Thank you for being here. We got Augustino Allen. What is going on? He says, we appreciate you, bro. And I say, I appreciate you, Augustino. What is going on? Remington in the chat, and we're not talking about the rifles, guys. Shout out to Remington. Shout out to Emert. And shout out to Cozy Babe. What is going on, Cozy Babe? Thank you for being here. She says, smash that like button, and shout out to Cozy Babe. She said it, not me. Let's wrap this up. Shout out to Crypto Anon, guys. As always, we got the best mods in the game. Go ahead and show them some love in chat, because they make my life so much better. And a big reason why I'm able to come on here every single weekday at 5:45 has a lot to do with all of the work that the mods do. So show them love in chat. They really do work hard, and I am forever indebted to them. And then shout out to Ross Reynolds for that super chat. Hannah King with the 5 gifted Frankie Candles memberships. Shout out to you, Hannah. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for that. And I know the people who received them are thanking you as well. Let's see. We got Metabytes in the chat. TRD Farmer. And let's see. Crypto Billy in the chat. What is going on, Crypto Billy? Thank you for being here, bro. We got Crypto Anon. We got I just shouted all those people out. Shout out to Crypto Degen. Shout out to Devin C. and Rob the Crypto Snob. Thank you for being here, bro. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. Let's get it. Shout out to Emmanuel. He says, shout out to me. Give me a shout out, Frankie. Mr. Crypto, what is going on? Let's go. Shall we smash the likes? Crypto 101. I do like that idea. But let's go. Much love to the mods. Let's get it, baby. We got to get some mod emojis, guys. We need like a Crypto Billy emoji. Shout out to D Petty Crypto, too. I saw D Petty in there. I think I did. I scrolled. Where is he? I think I saw him in here. He was in here. I swear I saw him, guys. Shout out to D Petty Crypto. I think you're in here. I'm pretty sure I saw you in there. Shout out to D Petty. And real quick, guys, D Petty Crypto put me onto a new energy drink. I do have the traditional cactus moss water, but tomorrow, D Petty, I'm going to try out that new energy drink because I have it saved in my fridge for a very special stream. But let's go ahead and jump into the charts here, guys, and take a look at what we got going on here because there is some interesting stuff. So I'm going to turn off the TA here, and I just want to run through a little bit of an update, look at some of these higher time frames, and just kind of take a look at what we got going on. 2-week VWAP has found a little bit of support here. Yeah, a little bit of a bounce off that zero line, not off the zero line, but we did get a little bit of support on that VWAP here, guys, as we got this second push up. But coming over to the weekly, guys, this is where this is one of the main things that I am looking at. You guys will know if you watched the BitBoy crypto stream this morning, you will know this is basically what we were looking at this morning with the money flow cruising to the upside here on the weekly. This is a very good sign. Now, I covered this on my live stream on Friday, and I don't want to go too deep into it, but I do just want to give you guys kind of like a little bit of a macro check-in with Bitcoin. Now, shout out to anybody who saw that my Is the Bottom In video that we put out on Saturday. That video got a ton of love, so I appreciate you guys for showing support. I hope you found that video valuable, but we kind of talked about Is the Bottom In, right? That's like the number one question everybody has, and we really dig deep into the nitty-gritty, all the bullish details, or all the bullish evidence pieces, all the bearish evidence pieces, and then we come to a decision, or try to come to somewhat of a conclusion if the bottom is in or not. But real quick, I just want to check in here, guys, because I do just want to point out, right? When the weekly money flow is in the red, this has typically been the best time to buy Bitcoin. I talk about this very often, so bear with me if this is repetitive to anybody who watches the channel a lot, but I think this is important, right? When the weekly money flow is in the red, it has historically been the best time to buy Bitcoin, right? So we come down, we're in the red. If you were buying this red money flow down here, you were essentially scooping up the bottom of that bear market before we came into that blow off top bull market in 2017. And then we move into 2018, where once you come into the red with your money flow, you get that 50% capitulation. And if you were accumulating in here, even if you were accumulating right as it crossed over here, you would have grabbed a little Bitcoin up here, and then you got a 50% capitulation, and then you get to scoop up all this delicious, cheap Bitcoin all the way down here at about 3K. And then you come up into your bull run. Obviously, this cycle did give you a little bit of a second chance to get in, but the bottom line here was basically, if you were buying when the weekly money flow was in the red, you would have basically been buying the bottom of the bear market, right? And now if we move over here to our current price action, you can see we dipped into the red with the money flow basically starting out here. I did not start my DCA at this moment. I was not starting my DCA here. I was actually letting everybody know, like, hey, I'm going to let this come into the red a little bit. Let some of the bear market start to play out, and then I will start DCAing. I think I started DCAing around here. And then we bought, right? We got another dump down, buy, and now we're ripping up, right? But the bottom line here is that if history repeats itself or even just rhymes a little bit, the thing to realize here is that we are in the weekly red with the weekly money flow, which means that this may have been the best time to buy Bitcoin. And if we get that crossover into the green, the bottom is likely in when you're looking at history, right? Because every other time we crossed into the green, the bottom was already in, very similar to those monthly green dots that we've gotten, which we have also already confirmed. This green dot just printed, so was this the bottom down here at about 15,500? And then you can see monthly red dot here, bottom came in a few months before, and then you got your first green dot here, but the bottom came in a few months before. So there is a lot of things pointing to the bottom. I definitely recommend, if you guys have not watched that Is the Bottom video definitely go check it out, because it's not all rainbows and butterflies. There are some things that could bring us lower, but we covered all in detail in that video. But the thing here is the reason I bring up the money flow on the weekly and how this is the best time to buy, or was, typically when money flows in the red, it's the best time to buy. The reason I bring that up, guys, is because look at the money flow on the weekly. It has continued. I was waiting for this candle to print. Money flow is continuing back to the upside here. Now, this is, obviously we were curving up a little bit before, but as we printed this new weekly candle, we are coming closer to that zero line, getting much closer to crossing over into the green. This is a pretty big deal, right? Because if we cross into the green, obviously in 2018, we came into the green, and then we came back into the red during the Black Swan. Well, actually, I guess the Black Swan didn't come in until... Black Swan was here where we were already in the green with the money flow again. But bottom line is, once we crossed over into the green here, it was confirmed that the bottom was in, right? So there's not a 100% chance it plays out exactly like this, guys. However, with that money flow curving up, this is a very bullish sign in my opinion. This is like, in the past, this has been the sign that the bear market is basically wrapping up, right? So again, history does not always have to repeat itself, but oftentimes it does rhyme, guys. So just realize that, and this is what's making me think if this money flow continues to the upside and we get that crossover into the green, we may be in for a situation like we saw in 2018 where we get a little bit of a fake out bull run. We may see something like that where you run into that macro golden pocket like we did all the way back here, came up, tapped that macro golden pocket before coming back down. Excuse me, and revisiting those lows, right? So looking for something potentially like that to happen here. And again, with the money flow coming up, things are looking pretty healthy as my chair decides to sink down. Okay. But anyway, continuing on here, guys, money flow and then the 6 day, right? This was looking pretty bearish on Friday. It is starting to round back off to the upside. However, why is my chair continuing to sink? I'm melting. I'm melting. This is horrible. How am I going to fix this? All right. Hopefully it stays. But yeah, this was looking very bearish. It still doesn't look the best, guys. This 6 day money flow does not look the best. It is kind of coming out. But you do have some kind of a round bottom here. You could be working your way back to the upside there. And it may take time for this money flow to recover. Coming over to the 5 day, money flow is continuing up, right? So that is going to assist that 6 day in coming back up towards the green. Or towards that zero line to get a crossover into the green. But yeah, 5 day is continuing to curve up here, looking very good. We actually haven't printed a new candle here yet, but we will in about 1 day and 3 hours. So if we get that crossover to the green, gonna be another very, very bullish sign, right? Coming down to your 4 day, money flow is in the green, came down, now it's coming back up. VWAP sticking straight up, looking pretty good to me. That was your 4 day, your 3 day. VWAP is starting to cool off, right? So higher time frames, guys, do look pretty good. They look pretty bullish. I'm not going to lie. But there are some things on the lower time frames that may be indicating somewhat of a pullback coming up here, right? So we are generally or finally sitting right up here at our next target to the upside that we've been looking at all, for the past couple of weeks. This is one of the, we've been looking at this 28K level probably for months, right? Because, when we originally came up, even here, we were probably looking at that 28K level. And then definitely when we came up here, we were looking at it. When we came up here, we were looking at it. And now we finally made it up there. So this is really, really important resistance, guys. And we're going to go over why in just a second. But, we are hitting this, before we talk about these actual key levels, the actual exact levels we're looking at and why they are so important, hint, hint, this area of consolidation. But as we approach this level, guys, I am being very cautious, right? Because there are a lot of signs here that we may be ready to cool off before getting another move up, right? So I am still leaning bullish, right? In the longer term, I do think we will continue up, but nothing goes up forever. I was actually looking at the 12-hour. The 12-hour on the Heikinashi candles has not had a red candle in about 9 days. Right, so just 9 days of just straight green candles on the 12-hour. Nothing goes up forever. We did have some pullbacks here, but it may be time for a couple red candles on this time frame as we approach this key level of resistance. Right, so we're coming up to the key level again. We will touch on that again in just a second. But looking at kind of some of these time frames, we do have some signs that we may be cooling off. Right, starting off on the daily, you do want to watch. We are starting to set up for a potential bearish divergence on the daily time frame, which you guys know does tend to be pretty bearish. Almost all the other bear divs we've ever seen, the last bearish divergence we had on the daily from here to here, higher highs on your price action with your lower highs on your momentum waves, right? And that resulted in a big crash to the downside, right? Now, I wouldn't call this a crash, but a big correction down before we got that big move up. We went down to fill that CME gap at 19,500, and then boom, it was off to the races. So, we are getting something similar here with our higher highs on our price, with our momentum continuing to come out here. Money flow also coming out. Now, the one reason that I am, not really, one thing I'm watching very closely, what I should say, is the money flow on the daily, right? Because although we are setting up for a potential bearish divergence, this would be extremely bearish if the money flow was still coming out. But because we have money flow, remember we talked about this on Friday, we talked about this on Friday about how the bearish divergences really, though, the time where you really want to hammer down these divergences, hammer down meaning like really like bet on them, it is going to be when your money flow is in agreement with your divergence, right? So we're getting a bearish divergence potentially here, but our money flow is coming up, which is typically a bullish sign, right? So you are likely to still get some kind of a reaction off of that signal, but it may indicate that it's not going to be a massive move down, right? As long as money flow keeps coming up. So again, not really calling for this daily bear div if it prints to be like some kind of like crazy bearish signal to the downside. Like there will be no clickbait titles. Well, it might be like bearish signs appear or something, but it's not going to be like rare bearish signal appearing. Like, I'll be honest, guys, with our titles, I try to like be, the thing is you got to play the YouTube game, right? So you got to play like, kind of play the clickbait game a little bit or no one's going to watch the video. But I will say this, like anytime you see any of our thumbnails that is like rare bearish signal printing, those are typically, I only put those titles when there is something that's actually like pretty aggressive popping up, right? Like if you look at Market Cipher A, you can see that weekly blood diamond, that was a rare bearish sign, right? And what happened when we were looking at that, we came down, that was the beginning of the bear market essentially, right? So, but I am not calling for this divergence on the daily as a rare bearish signal, just indicating more of a cool off, especially if that money flow continues up. It is likely that you will see that VWAP come down, cross the zero line, maybe your money flow comes out a little bit, but as long as it comes back up quickly, it may just be a quick little cool off before another move to the upside, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Money flow is looking good. VWAP is coming down, but you guys know the money flow is really what you want to look at to try to figure out what the longer-term trend is going to be, right? So if the money flow is coming up into the green, it is indicating that we may continue a trend up. But again, because that red dot is looking to print, and we are getting that bearish divergence potentially printing soon, that would make me lean a little bit cautious against those shorts, right? Doesn't mean I'm not going to short it. It just means that I'm not going to like expect it to go to zero, right? So important to realize those details. But it is setting up pretty bearishly on, at least for a pullback on the daily. And then coming up to some of these higher hourly time frames, guys, we do have some other stuff that might be calling for some downside. 16-hour red dot. This is our first 16-hour red dot since... Yeah, this is the first red dot on the 16-hour we're getting in the last 16 days, right? So not that that really necessarily means anything, but we are getting a little overbought here as well. And you are also getting a red dot on your 12-hour. But the thing that really makes me think this might give us a move to the downside, guys, is not just those red dots. It is, you guys know, when we look at the higher time frame red dots, we want to look for those other lower-term time frames with the money flow crossing over into the red. So 12 and 16-hour red dots, we come on down to these lower hourly time frames like the 1 hour, which was crossing into the red. However, we are peaking back into the green, but I do think that this VWAP, once it crosses back down, will likely bring you back into the red. So that is something I am watching, as if we get that money flow crossover into the red while that 16-hour and that 12-hour are printing those red dots, it could wind up being pretty bearish. And then you can see the 45-minute is kind of bing-bonging around here, but generally flowing to the downside with your money flow. Again, could be another bearish sign and another indication that we are starting to come look for a little bit of a correction. And last but not least, guys, your 90-minute time frame is starting to come out with your money flow here, as well as that daily red dot, right? So you get that daily red dot, your 90-minute money flow is about to cross into the red, your 1 hour and your 45-minute are getting real close, starting to play around in the red, and all this kind of together can cause a move to the downside. So that is basically what I'm looking at, and some of the things that could be pointing to a little bit of a correction before we get a move to the upside. Now, obviously, one of those big areas of support that I would be looking at if we do come down, the big level that I would be looking at to get a bounce would be down here. There are some levels above we'll look at in a second, but a big level is going to be about $26,500 right about here. We also have a local golden pocket coming in down here at about $26,230. So I am expecting some kind of support on this box here, but as you guys know, we always look at the charts in terms of ranges, right? So I'm always trying to find those sideways ranges. So what happened here, we were obviously, we were ranging around here a little bit, right? Just kind of getting these sideways ranges. And then boom, we got imbalance, right? You got a big move to the upside, and then we are now starting to kind of range around a little bit. It's a little bit of a wonky range, more of like an ascending channel here. But I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume on this. For just this little range right here. You could even pull it back to this little peak right here. And you can see we are getting a little bit of a sideways range. And let me actually, and guys, I highly recommend you play around with your volume profiles, right? Like if you're looking at a range here, like you got to move around that. You got to move them around and try to see like what makes the most sense, right? Like this looks pretty clean. Came down to the value area low, got rejected from the high, back to the POC, back to the high. Now you got to bounce off that POC and you are bearishly retesting this value area high. Looks like we may be able to get a little rejection here. Yeah, potentially might get that little rejection here. And I will say, guys, you will remember on Friday, we were looking at those, I don't know, those local golden pocket retracements where you can, where price loves to come up and make lower highs before continuing to the downside. I am not saying this is definitely going to happen. I'm just saying we came down to the POC, and now we have come up and bearishly retested not only the golden pocket retracement, but we are now also closing candles below that value area high. If we cannot get back above this value area high, I will expect to come back down towards our point of control, which is coming in right here. Let me mark it out with a level at about $27,500. And if we make it all the way down to that value area low, we may be able to see that $27,100 level. So this is basically, these are some of the local levels that I'm looking at. But again, we are starting to get stuck below this value area high. So if we cannot get back above here, we may get that move back down to the POC, which if that does happen, it wouldn't be that shocking, right? Because we came up to retest that local golden pocket retracement, right? And again, we talked about this so much on Friday. I'm going to take the day off to not explain this. And then maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And then I will just pull up Lux Algo to see, I'm sure it is, our smart trail is somewhere in that area. On one of these time frames. Which one, we don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with the purple box here. But we did come up to that local golden pocket retracement. So, and then again, you can see here, right? If we do, right? If I were shorting this, right? I'm not saying I am or I am or I aren't. I'm not saying I am or aren't or isn't. I am or somebody help me out. I'm not saying I am or isn't. That's not right. I'm not saying I am shorting this or aren't shorting this. How do you say that? Guys, somebody help me. How do you say that? Unbelievable. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, if I was shorting this, I will say, right, like we were looking, typically when you short these, we talk about the volume profiles all the time, right? And we talk about looking for shorts at the highs and longs at the lows. And typically with these trades, guys, let's just say I was in a short position from up here. Well, let's say we got into the golden pocket or whatever. For take profits, right? For take profits typically, now I'm not talking about this as a specific trade. I'm just using this as a general example of how you can look for certain take profit levels if you're using the volume profiles. But let's say you are shorting the value area high, right? Like we are right here. We deviated, tested a local golden pocket, and now we are starting to get stuck underneath that value area high. What you would be looking for here, for me personally, I would look to get this move down here for a scalp. I would look to potentially lock in some trades at that POC. When I short a value area high, as long as there's enough room between the high and the POC to get some gains, I am going to be riding that and taking some gains off the table at that POC. And then I will, once I take partial profit at that POC, I will then look down towards that value area low to take some more profit. And then you can see, obviously, it's a bigger move. And then I would look to take more profit at that value area low. And then if things are still looking nasty here, I may leave a little bit of my position in that trade to potentially break down lower and turn this little scalp from the high to the low, turn it into a swing trade from the high to maybe Goblin Town, and turn it into an absolute home run trade. Just wanted to point that out. So if you're looking for take profits and you're using the volume profiles and you're in a trade from the high or from the low, you can always look to take some money off the table at that POC because you are going to expect a little bit of a bounce or a little bit of support on that level, right? Or a rejection on that level if you're talking about a long position to the upside, right? So I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, looks like we may get it off that golden pocket retracement. But again, really what we're looking for is to get stuck underneath that value area high. So there you go, guys. If we get a big breakdown, right, and we break below that value area low, again, that is where I will be looking to hopefully hold on to this level here at about $26,493. And then, but again, you know, that's if we lose this value area low or lose this volume profile or value area decisively, right? Let's see. Everybody was trying to help me out with that. I am or am not. There you go. I'm not saying I am or am not shorting that. Thank you, Hannah. There we go. Oh, and V-Slim too. Am or am not. Thank you. I am short or not shorting. There we go. I knew there was a real way to say this. Shout out to you guys. I ain't shorting this. Shout out to chemistry, bro. Let's go. But yeah, that is made him think I was about to send him some money. But yeah, that is yeah. David Brumbelow says ain't, no, probably, maybe, not, but possibly. Shout out to David Brumbelow. 100% not advice. Not financial advice. Wait, Dave, where'd that go? Where did that? Dave, where'd he go? Where'd he go? I'm not talking about Dave Digital either. Where's Dave Digital? Is he here today? Dave Digital. I think he's in. Oh, there he is. There he is. Shout out to Dave Digital. But yeah, I'm not saying if I am or am not shorting. There we go. Creighton C. That's the winner. I like that one the best. But Rob the Crypto Snob says 125x cross margin short LFG. Let's go. But yeah, guys. Oh, and Cozy Babe says like the stream, guys. Listen, Cozy Babe said like the stream, not me. You don't want to piss off Cozy Babe. I don't know her personally, but I kind of feel like you don't want to piss her off. But anyway, guys, I'm just kidding. But yeah, those are some of the levels that I am looking at. And again, if we get accepted into this value area, I am just going to be treating this as a range. And then I'm not really worried unless we start to really lose this value area or this value area low. And I do believe we do have a little bit of safety. Is it from here to, I think it's from that high to that low. Yeah, you do have this golden pocket. This wick came down to touch. So you do have this golden pocket, which would be another decent level to look at about $26,725. So if we deviate from that value area low, you know, a lot of people get messed up, right? Like they'll get that move down to the value area low and they'll be like, oh my God, I'm going to long it. I'm going to long it. And then they get into a long, and then they're like, oh no, get out of the long. But really all we're doing is deviating down here to tap a level right underneath the value area low. It happens very, very often. So if we lose that value area low and you get no bullish confirmations here, I would look down to this local golden pocket to potentially find some bullish confirmations and potentially get a move off that level, right? So just another level to keep in mind. But then, you know, once we really start, you know, if that doesn't give us any bounce, likely this purple box is going to be our next major level of support. But guys, let's talk about the resistance that we are hitting right now. So there's some levels, if we do get a pullback, we may pull back to that golden pocket or this purple box. Two major levels I would be looking at. However, let's take a look at this resistance, guys, because this resistance is very interesting and also important. So right now, guys, we are, let me see, whoops. Right now, we are hitting up against, basically right up against this level here, which is coming in at about, let me get the exact level for you, $28,027. Now, obviously, these are Heikinashi candles, so that current price is going to be, we're sitting at about $28,000, almost perfectly, right? Now, not only is this a psychological level of resistance, guys, that nice, even $28,000 level, a lot of people are going to have their limit orders set there, making it a very strong level of resistance. However, also on top of that, we are also starting to test these lows that we made on our previous area of consolidation. This is back in May of 2022. You can see the beginning of this purple box does start right where this wick comes down to. So not uncommon that we start to see the resistance happen at the lows of this range, right? And then the top of this box actually becomes the actual value area low of this range, right? So you have the value area low of this previous range. Not only that, you also have the 786 fib level here. So if we do, right? So not only is it a 786 fib level up here, but also the value area low. So that level, when we get to it, is going to be extremely key, because if we can get back above this level, guys, that's what opens up the door to potentially actually hit that $30,000 level, and even maybe that value area high coming in at $31,000. So those are going to be the major key levels above us. But again, if we could crack into this purple box, we would have a chance to come test that value area low. And again, that's really the doorway to actually come up to that $30,000 level. So very, very, very important resistance above us. Now, we did not come up and touch that actual level, that value area high, or that 786. But if we do get a second push up, that's where I would look to potentially look for some bearish signs as well. But again, it is the flipping of that level to support that is going to be very, very bullish, in my opinion, to get us up to that $30,000 to $31,000 level, which again are targets because of our previous range that we traded in up here. Now, with that being said, guys, I do think there is a good chance that we do cool off somewhat, whether we get a rip up to that 786 before coming down or we come down from where we are now. With the daily VWAP on its way down, right? With the 90-minute money flow coming out, we are getting a green dot as we speak, but money flow generally coming out on the 90-minute, and then, a lot of these other time frames generally coming out with the money flow. I think we could potentially cool off here. So just being very, very cautious of that, but again, not betting the farm on these shorts, guys, because with the way the higher time frames look, it does look like we would have the power to push a little bit higher after a little bit of a cool off. And yeah, so if the only other thing, guys, is if we lose this purple box, some of those other key levels of support, I will just give you one more level to the downside. This purple box, I don't think we'll break this purple box tonight. No saying if we will or won't, but I doubt that we will. If we do, some other levels that I would look at, again, just looking at the volume profiles. Let me unextend this to the right. Bada boom, right? These levels right here, the value area high of that previous range is sometimes a point of interest for price when you get a big breakdown, right? So if we do kind of wind up bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, right? And then, oh no, we lose this box, boom. We might come down to test that value area high, which is coming in at $25,000 even. And then you would be retesting these highs from back here. But that value area high retest may not be out of the question, and it will be that next major level of support if we lose that purple box. So that is just another key level to watch. I actually want to see if I could get any golden pocket, like a golden pocket retracement confluence on this. Let me go ahead and come up to a higher time frame, and let's see if we can get a little bit of confluence with that value area high and a golden pocket. Bada boom, bada bing. Not quite. However, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we're pretty far away from this level. I don't even know if I want to call for that. But yeah, that value area high, you want to remember also is the value area high of this more macro range back here as well. So you have that confluence as well. So, I would actually look at this. I mean, they're the same level, but the fact that it is this macro value area high would be very, very, very key as well. So just some levels to the downside that I would be watching. Shout out to Hannah. I see that super chat. Let's see. Shout out to Hannah King. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think you sent this before. I did see it, but now that I know how to go back to the super chats, sometimes I let them stack up and then I go through them all at once. But I appreciate you, Hannah. Thank you so much for sending that. And she says, resending this to make sure Frankie sees it. I have been told by people in Discord that scammers are now pretending to be Hannah and contacting them via PM. I will never offer to trade for you. Shout out to Hannah's got her own scammers. Let's go. Not really let's go. Let's shut them down. But hey, shout out to Hannah. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, guys. Here, general rule of thumb. Hannah, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. General rule of thumb, guys. If anybody hits you up and says, hey, what's up, bro? You're awesome. You want to give me some money? I'll trade it for you and turn it into $1 million and then give you money back. General rule, guys, not a good idea. Even if someone who knew what they were doing hit you up and said, let me trade for you, not really a good idea, right? Because if they ever lose your money, you're going to get mad at them, and there's a 99.99999% chance it's a scam. So don't ever send your seed phrases or money to somebody you do not know in person and you cannot verify that you were actually talking to the real them. The scammers are out there. And there's a lot of people out there that are like, I don't know how people get scammed. They're so easy to tell it's a scam. They are getting better and better and better. And some of the people that have been scammed by fake Frankie Candles have told me that they're like, I am not someone who gets scammed. Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm not I know what I'm doing on a computer. I know what looks real. I know what looks fake, but they're really good at, they're just getting really good. So just be careful out there, guys. But thank you, Hannah, for bringing that to my attention. But yeah, someone said, Hannah, take my money. But yeah, And somebody said CME gap at about 27.1-ish. That would line up. I actually haven't checked out the CME gap. But if we take a look, 27.1-ish, yes, they are right. And that would line up with the levels that I just gave for a potential pullback. Let me just bring it back in frame here. Yeah, it lines up almost perfectly with that value area low. So if we are going to get that move down to fill that CME gap before a move to the upside, it would line up almost perfectly with that value area low, kind of coming in between that value area low and that golden pocket. So just a little bit more confluence there. Thank you. Who said that? Excuse me. I don't know who said it. But chat. Oh yeah, Ham Wizard. Hey, Ham Wizard. Or as I like to call him, Pig Magician. What is going on, bro? Ham Wizard in the house. Let's get it. Good to see you, bro. But yeah, 100%. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, beautiful confluence there. But let's see. Itfu Hike says, give me back my 10 Bitcoins that I gave you last year. Yeah, guys. No one's going to double your Bitcoin. No one's ever going to randomly reach out to you and be like, hey, give me a Bitcoin. I'll double it and send it back to you. Definitely a scam. Tyler Rayburn, what is going on, bro? Let's see. Okay. Shout out to you, bro. He says, yo, Frankie, I watch every day and appreciate your TA. I try to do the same, but it's hard without expensive indicators. Could you make a video on free indicators that serve the same purpose? Shout out to Tyler. Dude, that's a really, really good, not question, but like a good point. I will say this, bro. If you go back and look at any of the trading strategy videos that I have made for our channel, at the end of almost every single trading strategy video I do, obviously I do use a lot of paid indicators, but at the end of every strategy video, I do show you how to use those same exact strategies with free indicators, right? So I'm looking at a market cipher B strategy, and it's possible to do that strategy with the RSI or something that's free. I show you what free indicators to use to replace the paid ones. So just keep that in mind if you're watching any strategy videos. I highly recommend, if you have not seen all of my strategy videos, I highly recommend you guys go back and go check those out on the channel. They're free. They're 100% free, and there's a lot of good sauce in there. And again, if you don't have the paid indicators, I show you how to use the free ones. So shout out to Tyler. But yeah, I will always, here's a quick tip. For anyone looking to find divergences, obviously I use Market Cipher B to find my divergences, or sometimes we use the BitLab trading stack, right? Market Intelligence right here will just find the divergences for you automatically, or we use Lux Algo, obviously. But for Market Cipher and finding divergences, guys, you could use the RSI, right? Like anytime I'm looking at divergences, it's almost always going to be showing up on the RSI, just like it is on Market Cipher B. And just to kind of show you guys, what I mean here is you could see, right? Like this is not a divergence, but let's just say you have lower highs on your momentum waves. And we'll just say that this, this price came higher. So you have higher highs on your price, lower highs on your momentum waves. But if you look at the RSI, you have higher highs on your price and lower highs on your RSI, right? So it works in almost the same exact way. If that's, anyone looking for divergences and being like, oh, God, I don't have Market Cipher B, you do not need Market Cipher to find your divergences. So hopefully that helps you out, Tyler. Hey, let's go. Shout out to Captain Kirk in the chat. What is going on, Cap? But yeah, there you go. Shout out to Not Sure. I got to figure out how to say your name, bro. But yeah, let's see. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on here, guys. So that is basically what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Again, definitely coming in with a bullish sentiment longer term. But again, with the daily cooling off, with a lot of money flow coming out, and those bearish divergences, right? We do have 4-hour bearish divergences confirmed. So we could cool off here, guys. But if you look at this, listen, I'm going to say this. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I think we got to cool off before we go up. But look at this VWAP. This VWAP on the 4-hour. If this does not get rejected at that 0 line, maybe we push back up. But I will say I genuinely believe that it is more likely that we cool off before we go back up, but it's not impossible in an environment like this to get some kind of a scammy rip to the upside. I don't know if we'll make it all the way up to that 31K level, but maybe we rip up to that 786. could definitely be possible, right? So we may rip up to that 786. But again, bearish divergences confirmed on your 4-hour daily VWAP cooling down. 90-minute money flow coming out. Your 1-hour money flow is coming out as well. Well, now it's coming back up, but it may just be a lower high. So I am just being very cautious of a pullback. So just keep that in mind. But let's see. I am still in my long trade, guys. Let me pull this up for you. I am still in my long trade. I did take a little bit of profit. Not too much. I was negative for fees. I was in the red here, so I just kind of wanted to clear that. Lock in a little bit of profits. I probably will lock in some on the next little bounce. I might lock in a few hundred in profit. And then I do have a little bit of a starter scalp here. I don't know why the margin's only $78. That's not what I wanted to do. But I was doing it in a rush. But either way, so I am scalp short from those highs. But my long is still in here, locked in profits. Going to be holding this long position, guys. Wound up playing out really, really, really well. Again, just a testament to, shorting the highs of the volume profile and longing the lows of the volume profile, guys, looking for these scalp trades, and then when they run their home runs or grand slam trades, like this works out so well for us. And if we get rejected here, we got a nice little scalp trade. But if we run, we get those home run trades. So really happy with the way that one's playing out. Just hoping that we could maybe, get a little bit of a push down here and get that short in the green as well. Make some money on the way down. Maybe we come down to that $27,100 mark, close that CME gap, lock in profits on that short. The long will still be deep in the green. Maybe we add a little bit to that long down there if it looks bullish before getting the next move to the upside. There he goes. Those are the open positions right now. If you guys want to sign up for Femex, they do still have the deal going on, guys. You could save 10% on all fees, and they are doing deposit bonuses all the way through, I believe, June 14th. I think they are doing these deposit bonuses and the discount on the fees. So if you guys want to long or short or make money when the price is going up or down on any of your favorite altcoins or Bitcoin, you could click the link in the description. I'm sure one of the mods will throw it in chat there if you guys want to sign up and save a little bit of money and get a little bit of free money to trade with. Definitely go ahead and check that out. Click that link. And interesting. Something just popped up on my Femex. Interesting. Well, anyway. Oh, baby. Oh, there we go. Dump it. Dump it, baby. It's in the green, guys. We're up 13 cents. Let's go. Let's go. Mrs. Candles, we're going out to eat tonight, baby. Let's go. I'm up 13 cents on my short. I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, but there you go. Definitely check out Femex, guys. But moving on here, how long have we been going for? How long have we been going on Bitcoin? About almost an hour here. So there you go. Yeah, shout out free hashtag free money. Let's go. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Depends on how much you long, Schaefer. I long 50K. It's on low or no margin. Yeah. Definitely if you're trading with 50K and that is not pocket change to you, please do not put leverage on that. Let's go. Let's see. +1 on not MCB by Jonathan Shea. Okay. Shout out to Darren. I'm not 100% sure what that means, to be honest with you. I think I know what you guys are talking about. Shout out to you guys. But let's see. Cranky Fandles. Shout out to Beft Up. What is going on? We got Crypto Killer Whale in the chat. Let's go. But guys, shout out to the 1,000 people in the chat right now, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. 850 likes is what we're going for if we want to spin that Wheel of Pain and Pleasure 20 times. And if you want my long... if you want my short to go into the green, guys, smash that like button. But, guys, I think it's about that time to start taking a look at those altcoins. General sentiment on Bitcoin, I think you guys got it. Longer-term bullish, being very careful with that short-term pullback. We are in that scalp short. Hopefully we can get that to play out in some form or fashion before getting another move to the upside. Let's see. Can you trade successfully on mobile or iPad? Absolutely. I get that question a lot. Hey, what's the best computer for trading? You could trade on your phone. You don't need any kind of special PC or gaming computer to trade at all. I think it's like a common misconception. But yeah, I know people who just trade on their phone. You do not need to have any kind of fancy computer to trade. But guys, if you want to take a look at your favorite altcoins, go ahead and throw them in the chat and we will go ahead and make a list. Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes and let me know the results, and then we'll see what altcoins we are looking at. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Jason says, Frankie Candles, a while back we could hit White Castles with 13 cents. Yeah, dang, that was a time to be alive. I I might have missed that. I might have missed that time. But you could go to like White Castle with like $10 in my day. Like $10 get you like $15, get you like 30 burgers. Split it with your friends. Woo, baby, let's go. Shout out to White Castle. Let's see. Shout out, Sweet Baby Save says, I've never heard anybody so excited over 13 cents. Yeah, we don't care about the long. I'm just happy I'm up 13 cents. I'm going out to dinner tonight, baby. Chemistry, bro. Welcome to the muscle, baby. Dude, you never won a name? Dang, that is insane. I feel like let's go. I'll still take my ultra wide. And yeah. Straight shout out to Chemistry, bro. Yeah, it's definitely nice to be trading on an ultra wide. Nice PC for sure. But it's definitely not a necessity. Shout out to Chem, bro, though. Welcome to the muscle, bro. Let's go. Finally got that green name, baby. Let's get it. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these altcoins, guys. But before we jump into your requests, while Rob the Crypto Snob is counting up all those votes, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the DXY. Now, whoo, baby, look at this. DXY absolutely dumping. Not really, but did get a move to the downside here. Looking at the daily money flow is back in the red, guys. Back in the red. So this may have been a little fake out into the green. Now we're coming deeper into the red here. But we are starting to lose this golden pocket, guys. This may be our journey back down to the 786. And listen, if Bitcoin is going to go on a big run like we did in 2019, where you got like a fake out bull market up to, within 50% of the all-time high, a breakdown on the DXY is really what we would need here. But, on that daily, money flow is back in the red. That would be bullish for Bitcoin, bearish for the DXY. We may be on our way to revisit the 786 down here, coming in at about 101.37. That may be the next likely stop for the DXY, right? And that could be what gets us up to that 30K level for sure, maybe even a little bit higher. And then with that being said, let's go ahead and check on the SPY. We haven't taken a look at the SPY in quite some time. Not quite some time. It's been like a couple days. But you can see here, guys, we were looking at this key level for a potential bounce and retest of this downward trend line / POC. But what happened? We did not hold that level. Well, we did. We got a little bit of a bounce, but it was only a little bounce. Then we broke below that POC, and we are now potentially, bearishly retesting this point of control. Let me go ahead and extend this volume profile, as these levels have likely shifted a little bit. They did not. They're exactly the same. Bearishly retesting that point of control may not be the best look, guys, because if we can't get back above this POC, we may work our way back down to the value area low, coming in right here at about 373.43. So next immediate level of major support for the SPY is going to be 381.33. And then if we lose that, the next major level of support is going to be down here at 373.29. And this is likely going to tell us what's going to happen. If we cannot get above that POC, we will likely come down to at least the golden pocket, if not that value area low. But we did get some kind of support on that golden pocket, but we'll have to see. Doesn't mean we're going to hold it long term. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, and then we will jump into all those altcoin requests. Let's see. Bada boom. Hey, Apples Up North says, hey, CandleMafia, worked late tonight, then got a speeding ticket trying to make it home for the stream. Shout out to Apples Up North. We'll have to contact your local police department and tell them that you had somewhere very important to be, and not to pull you over next time you're trying to rush to a live stream. You got to be here. I mean, these dang cops. These dang cops. I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, taking a look at Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. I'm so happy that Ham Wizard is here, or Pig Magician, as I like to call him. Cozy Babe, we can take a look at APT, no problem. We can take a look at Aptos. I got you. But anyway, taking a look here at Ethereum, guys. I do believe last week, we were looking at this purple box, saying, hey, if we could hop up on top of this purple box and hold it as support, that may be a very bullish sign and may be able to break us up to that 786, coming in at about $1,900 even. And it does look like we may be working our way up there. However, this is definitely going to be the next key level. Underneath us is this purple box coming in at about 1738. And I will go ahead and pull some more volume on this new little sideways range that we've created. Going to go ahead and right-click on that and then put it on. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to change this to the FC settings. That stands for Frankie Candle settings. Anyway, taking a look here. right? A little bit of a sideways range, right? Giving us a little bit of context into what is going on. And we are starting to lose this value area low, but I will be careful. Potential bull divs here on your 30-minute may be able to give you a little bit of a bounce to the upside. There we go. But yeah, see, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. Breakdown, bearish retest, blood diamond confirmation, a move to the downside, right? So if we continue down here, again, we are losing that value area low. Next major level of support is going to be the top of this purple box at about 1738. And if we, let's see. Yeah, I mean, that would be really the next major level to the downside I would be looking at. Let me zoom out a little bit here. I think I might just go ahead and make a fresh, I'm going to make a fresh chart here. I'm going to delete everything here. Oh no, miss it. Guys, I'm calling Mrs. Candles. I'm calling Mrs. Candles. Bear with me. I will fix the camera right now. Mrs. Candles. She ignored the call, guys. She ignored the call. Can you believe the nerve on this girl? I'm just kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Mrs. Candles is wonderful. She just has a little pet peeve with the sound of fans. So she turns the fan off and it makes the camera go black. It's a nightmare. I think we're back up. There we go. Hey, look, I'm on TV, guys. But there we go. Continuing on here, I do just want to start off with some fresh levels here on Ethereum. And I just want to make the chart a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that fib all the way from the high all the way to the low. And you can see we have tapped that 786. I'm going to go ahead. Mrs. Candles, she does it on purpose so you'll call her. She's trying to get her 15 minutes of fame, guys, or 15 seconds of fame, I guess. She's like, hey, if I turn this fan off, they're going to tell him his camera's off. He's going to go on a whole bid. He's going to bring up my name. And yeah, I think she just likes hanging out with you. She likes being talked about by you guys. Yeah. Pay your bills, man. Shout out to Wahid. Well, hey, 13 cents up on that short trade, guys. I might be able to pay my bills now. Let's see. I looked away for a minute. Did he spill something again? Shout out to Sweet Baby Sabes. We got the Aztecian cactus right here. We didn't spill it yet. Guys. But taking a look here, guys, I'm going to mark out these levels if anybody is interested in them. Here you go, 786 coming in here at about $1,826. Obviously, you do have your local golden pocket right underneath. Go ahead and mark that out as well. Local golden pocket. There we go. Yeah, so immediate resistance is that 786 here. And then I do also want to take some levels from this little range. I'm going to pull it from all the way here and unextend it. There we go, unextend right. Bada boom, right? That's 786. Again, very similar to Bitcoin. That 786 is in perfect alignment with that value area low of the previous range, right? So we are actually, unlike Bitcoin, we are actually tapping the value area low. We are actually, unlike Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's close to the previous value area low, but on Ethereum, we are actually testing that level. So we can get above here, hold this as support. It's where we could likely move up to the next level, which would be your point of control of this range at about $1,990. And if you could hold that level, going to be pretty likely that you come up to your value area high coming in at about 2K. I'm going to mark out these levels as they are very important. So there you go. That's kind of the context to where we're at on Ethereum. If we get above that level and we get above, that value area low, likely that we see a move into close to the $2,000 mark, right? And then some more levels underneath us that you could keep an eye on, guys, in case we do get a spill to the downside, is going to be, this golden pocket right here at about 1551. And you do have your 786 coming in at about 1470. I'm going to mark this out as a box. Because sometimes if you don't get that if you don't hold that support on your golden pocket, you do like to wick down to that 786. So that is another level I would be watching to the downside if we decide to start to break down here, right? So there's some levels on Ethereum. Other than that, guys, as far as the indicators go, very, very, very similar to Bitcoin. Looking at the weekly time frame for Ethereum, money flow also looking very, very good on that weekly, and obviously very similar to Bitcoin. Every time Ethereum has been in the red with the money flow, it has been the accumulation phase of a lifetime. So yeah, keeping an eye on that same thing. The fact that your money flow is creeping back up towards that zero line, looking for that crossover into the green, that is a very bullish sign in the long term. However, your daily is still looking for that red dot, very similar to Bitcoin. And are we getting those bear divs as well? Yes, we are getting the bearish divergence as well. You could see you have your higher highs on your price, bada bing, and you have your lower highs on your momentum waves, bada boom. So there you go. Being very careful there. Key resistance, daily bear divs. If that prints, it's not printing yet, but if that prints, guys, could wind up being pretty bearish. 12-hour red dot is confirmed. 16-hour red dot is confirmed. And then your 1-hour money flow is in the red, and you just printed a fresh red dot here, so that is worth keeping an eye on. And then, yeah, your 45-minute is also in the red with a yellow X, baby. Dump it, baby, dump it. But let's see. Let's continue on. Okay. Bada boom. All right, here we go. Give us the Frankie Candle settings. Shout out to Ace. Let me know if you hit me up in the chat and let me know what you want the settings for. I will open them up and show them to you. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Shout out to Rob. The altcoins for tonight are ETH. Oh, shout out to you, bro. You put APT on there too. Shout out to you, man. All right, let's see. Altcoins are ETH, XRP. Let's take a look at XRP, guys. God, I'm having trouble breathing today. I had an epiphany today, guys, with Tony D. I had an epiphany. I think it's actually time to start caring about my health. Like, I do care about my health, but I have a lot going on, right? So used to, like, be really healthy, going to the gym every day, never eating sugar. But, like, yeah, I was in much less busy back then. So, yeah, like, I can't breathe. I'm out of shape. I feel like I got to take care of my health. It's like, I feel like I'm slowly dying. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But let's see. I made it, Crypto Pollo. What is going on? We got not only Crypto Pollo or Bitcoin Chicken, as I like to call him. We also got Ham Wizard or Pig Magician, as I like to call him. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Okay. All right. I see someone said right shoulder going to form. I see what you're talking about. But let's go ahead and start off on the weekly, guys, where we have this mega bearish signal, that weekly blood diamond. Don Manning says that actually might be a good collection video. Is just a video called The Settings. And you just go through each of your indicator settings that you like to use. Well, if you guys are interested in my Lux Algo settings, you guys see me pull up Lux Algo all the time here on the stream. Lux Algo is the indicator with the buy and the sell signals, and tons of different overlays that you can look at on this indicator. But I've actually, if anyone's using Lux Algo in the stream right now, and you'll know mine looks much different. If you guys are interested in these settings, I did just recently release a video, my Lux Algo settings. It's an overpowered setup that gives you a lot of really good indications and signals on the chart without cluttering up your chart with too much information. Simply just have the buy and sell signals with the smart trail, which is this purple and blue cloud, as well as the trend catcher. And these are some of the things I find extremely useful on Lux Algo, and I've made these custom settings. And I also go into the Lux Algo price actions concepts settings as well. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. And you can get all these settings that I use on Lux Algo. But not a bad idea making a whole video called The Settings. I like that. But let's continue on here. Daily VWAP is coming down, right? Your weekly blood diamond is your weekly blood diamond is there. Hasn't really given you much oomph. Not a bunch of, didn't give you too much chutzpah, but sometimes you get those fake out pumps on the blood diamonds before a dump. But typically on the weekly, if you take a look here, typically they do play out. They don't always play out dramatically, but when they do pop up, they usually play out very quickly, right? Well, I guess you only have really, right here, prints, dump, a little bit of a dump, not too exaggerated. It prints, it dumps, it prints, it didn't dump. So this may be a little bit of a weaker blood diamond. You're also getting a green dot on the weekly, which could easily invalidate that blood diamond. So it doesn't look like that strong, but if we wind up getting a big dump, it's going to make a lot of sense here. But looking at your 6-day money flow, still looking kind of nasty, but you are getting the green dot. Green dots on almost all of these higher daily time frames, looking pretty good, to be honest. Daily VWAP coming to the downside. Very similar to Bitcoin. Your 16 and your 12-hour are printing red dots, so also looking very, very, very similar to the Bitcoins. And then, yeah, I bet the 1 hour money flow in the red, about to print a red dot. Your 45-minute money flows is probably in the red, about to print a red dot. Very similar to everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the levels. Let's go ahead and take a look at those levels, which we already have. Oh, baby. Okay, so let's come back to the 4 hour real quick, guys. So we have deviated out of this volume profile. And now we have come back down, and we are testing that value area high as support, which was our next support level to look for. Are we going to get the bounce is the question. 2 hour. Oh, baby. 2 hour green dot about to print. Let's check these lower time frames and see if we can get any local signals that we are going to come to the upside. Take a look at that 15-minute. You did get a bullish divergence here on the 15-minute, but your money flow is coming out. Your 4 hour green, looking for a green dot very soon. This next green dot on your 4 hour, if we don't lose this value area high, may give you a bounce to the upside. So keep an eye on that, guys. Let's see. Will we get a correction before more upside? Everybody basically says yes. And then shout out to DJ Prashant. I don't know how to say that. I apologize, but he says, love your content, bro. Much love. When you get a chance, can you please take a look at MakerDAO? Yes, we can, for sure. Thank you for that $20 super chat, bro. I do appreciate you. But let's go ahead and continue. Frankie Candles has tattoos tattooed on his fingers and Mrs. written on his palm. Dang right. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. But let's go ahead and continue on here. But yeah, this is going to be a key level. If we can hold this blue box as support and get that green dot on the 4 hour, that may be where you get another move up. Other than that, levels remain basically the same. This purple box coming in at about 38 cents would be your next decent level of resistance. Nothing really, really screaming like super mega dump or super mega pump. You do technically, XRP has had some weird price action. We've kind of just kind of shifty price action, like, we're going up, we're going down, up, we're going up. We're just kind of just like sitting there doing nothing, kind of ugly candles. You did somewhat get a bullish divergence here on the daily. Obviously, it gave you a little pump up, but nothing too crazy. So I will just be looking at this volume profile. Value area high coming in at about 40 cents. Your value area low coming in about 35 cents. This is the macro value area I would be looking at. And as long as we remain within that value area, that would be, that is basically the range that I would expect to stay in. And then the other thing to realize here is not only are we retesting this value area high, but it is also the POC of our macro range, right? So we've come up to the value area high. We're coming back down to the POC. The question is, are we going to hold support on that POC and come back to the value area high, or are we just going to get a bounce before a rejection back down to the value area low? If we're looking at the laws of the volume profile, it would be expected, because we did come to the highs, that we will eventually lose this POC and revisit those lows down here at about 35 cents. But that gives you context, right? If you don't lose that POC and you get strong support with that 4 hour green dot on that point of control, that is where you could potentially come back up to the value area high. If you start to lose it, I would look for a retest of it, a bearish retest, right? If you lose it, I would look for a bearish retest for a potential short entry to ride it all the way back down to your value area low. So there you go. That is basically how I'm feeling on XRP, guys. Really nothing screaming up or nothing screaming down. The green dots on the higher daily time frames are a decent look. Your 2-week money flow looks nasty. But again, weekly green dot, and then all the way down the line on the higher daily time frames, you are getting green dots. So it does look, I am looking at the volume profile, and with those green dots, I do think that there is a chance that we could come a little bit higher, or just kind of continue wiggling within this volume profile. So there you go. And again, obviously XRP is kind of a hard one to read, just because the charts don't tell the whole story, because obviously they're in the lawsuit with the SEC, and it's kind of adds a whole nother dimension to the analysis that you could do on this. But there you go. Money flow crossing over to the red on the 5 hour. That would technically be a bearish sign. Money flow Yeah, money flow is basically flat on all these medium hourly time frames, with the 5 hours crossing into the red, which could be bearish. I would say, just based off the laws of the volume profile, it would be more likely that you lose this POC and come down to the value area low. But at least you have something to watch to figure out if you're going to go lower or go higher. And that deciding factor is basically going to be the decisive break or hold of support on top of that POC or that blue box. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and move on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at next is going to be, let's take a look at AGIX. Bada boom. There we go. We'll take a look at, no, I don't. Oh, yeah. Binance USD, not too bad. Boom. Okay. Bada boom, bada boom. Okay. So here we go. AGIX. Crypto Billy texted me. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Crypto Billy texted me. Stop the show. Oh, he said screen's blank, bro. shout out to Crypto Billy. I appreciate you, dude. Never slips through the cracks with Billy. But let's see. Take a look at the daily. Red dot printing. Ooh. Okay. Give me bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Do we have the divergence? Ooh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. So slight bearish divergence on your daily. Higher highs on your price, lower highs on your momentum waves. Red dot printing, right? So that is, let me check regular candles real quick. Yeah, divergence is there, right? Daily bear div, more bearish than anything. Money flow generally coming out. Red dot printing. I would look for a move down on this. Obviously, not enough information there. 2-day, looking for a red dot as well. And then your 16-hour, 16-hour money flow crossover into the red. 12-hour money flow crossover into the red as well. Definitely more of a bearish look to me. The divergence is also transferring off into the 12-hour and the 10-hour. So I would look for a little bit more of a cool off here. Lower time frames seem to be, the lower time frames seem to be kind of rounding off here. Your 10-hour looks to be cooling off, rounding off on the VWAP. 8-hour, 4-hour VWAP coming up as well. Yeah, I would watch this. If this daily red dot confirms, I would look for a potential bigger move to the downside. Obviously, with the lower time frames, like coming down to the 45-minute, looking for another red dot here. 1 hour's also looking for a red dot. And then your 3 and your 4 hour is starting to curve up. I would lean a little bit bearish on AGIX for now. Now, obviously, we did come down a little bit, so you want to be cautious of like a little retracement, obviously. Wherever you decide to bounce, you're going to want to pull that fib and see where you may retrace up to, right? You might get a little bounce up into your local golden pocket before continuing lower. But, I would be... I would lean a little bit bearish. As long as that red dot is there on the daily, I would lean a little bit more bearish on AGIX, with the exception of a very short-term cool-off. Yeah, you're getting yellow X's on your lower time frames. 30-minute yellow X's confirmed. Definitely not a bullish sign. I would lean slightly bearish on this, to be honest with you guys. Bear div is printing currently, and these do, more often than not, they do give you big moves down. Again, not a rare bearish sign, but, it could bring us back down to that value area low. Coming in at about 38 cents. And when we're looking at that golden pocket retracement, right, that macro golden pocket retracement, you can see here, where'd it go? There it is. From the start of the impulse all the way to the high, that would be a healthy place to cool off to before getting a move up. So if that daily remains bearish, I would look for this to get a move back down, bounce off the POC likely, and then come down to the value area low / golden pocket for some potential bullish signals or bullish confirmations before looking for a potential long back to the upside. But I do think if that bear div on the daily does continue to bring us down, the next major levels I would look at is that point of control coming in at about 41 cents. And then you also have that value area low / local golden pocket coming in at about 35 cents. So that is what I would look for. And then don't forget your 786 coming down here at about 28 cents. If you can't hold that golden pocket, if you can't hold that golden pocket, I would look for a move into that 786, which also is in confluence with this little value area high that you have back here. What is that value area high, though? What is this wonky range? What is this? This is the weirdest range I've ever seen. Doesn't touch. Yeah, that is maybe. I mean, you do have a value area high confluence, but I would just watch that 786, right? Because if we pull this, yeah, why is that? That range is okay. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. But yeah, watch that move to that 786. I don't know why that range looked like that. But yeah, that 786 might be another smart level to be looking at. And again, I would lean a little bearish because of that bear div on the daily. All right, let's go ahead and make. Let's go ahead and move on. Shout out to Indiana Candles in the chat. What is going on, bro? He says, better late than never, right? Hey, let's go. Indiana Candles, it wouldn't be the same without you, bro. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, shout out to Lights F says volume is 1/10 the USDT pair. Do your indicators use volume? Yes, they do. Well, the volume profiles literally use that is the only thing they use, volume and price. But yes, Market Cipher B does take volume into account, I believe. Depends on what indicator you're talking about. But yeah, for the most part, volume profiles definitely is like based off volume. So there you go. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Dump it, baby. Let's go. Anything for you, bud. Let's go. Shout out to Indiana Candles. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's take a look at Maker. Is it MKR? Is that what you guys wanted to look? Is that what you wanted to look at? Hey, shout out to John Wick for the 10 gifted Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you, and shout out to Ham Wizard. Hey, Pig Magician, bro. You pop into the live stream, and look at that. You already got a green name. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Yasha Taz, Arnold, Subfloor Dweller, Jimmy James, Wolfman Ate My Crypto. Oh, no, hang on. You didn't get the name. You already had the name. Shout out to Tim Van Raid. Grimathy gets a green name. Nomad Dad, welcome to the muscle, my bro. And AZTV, let's go. Jason Smith, shout out to you, bro. Let's go. Chemistry Bro says, Frankie, when? I think I know what you're talking about, Chem Bro. Very soon. Actually, shout out to any of the female CandleMafia members out there. We got a little sneak peek at the ladies' merch line. Woo, baby! It's saucy, guys. It's saucy. The girls are gonna like the ladies' merch. It's looking good. Shout out to Jen from The Office. She's the best, and she's very stylish. She's very stylish, you know, very stylish, very good, very hip, very good. Anyway, I don't know why I'm like this, guys, but let's continue on. Take a look at Maker. I think this is what they wanted to see. Is this what the people wanted to see? Let's go take a look at it. Oh, baby. This is funny, guys. This is funny. This is hilarious. Shout out to Tony D. Guys, this was that story I was telling you guys. I was like, hey, Tony, I'm going to show you right now why we don't do signals. And this was the trade. Wound up absolutely smashing. Yeah, it was, yeah. No, anyway. But anyway, let me clear some of this stuff up. What was that? What did that hit for? 36%. Dang, let's go. Shout out to Tony. All right, let's continue on. 828 people in here, guys. If you have not already, smash that like button. We're going for 850 likes. If we get it, we're spinning the heck out of that wheel, guys, and we are going to spin that wheel 20 times. Let's get it. Shout out to DJ... Shout out to DJ Meat Missile. Can't say that without laughing. Anyway, shout out to him. He's got where'd he go? He's got the Godfather as his profile picture. Let's go. DJ Meat Missile. Oh, it's great. Let's see. The Dow. That's not what you guys want to see. It was Dow is the ticker. Oh, okay, there we go. The Dow Maker. Gotcha. Okay. All right, taking a look at this. Shout out to, oh, God, I forgot who asked for it, but here you go. Shout out to everybody gifting the memberships. Let's go. Shout out to John Wick. Shout out to Indiana Candles for the 5 memberships. Let's get it. Everybody's got green names. Let's see. Yo, you guys are crazy. Okay, let's go. You God. All right, here we go. Continuing on. Taking a look at Dow. Let's see. Dow Maker. Maker Dow. However you want to say it. Take a look at the weekly. Red dot printing. Oh, not looking great, guys. Not looking great. Looking worse than Bitcoin, at least. Red dot printing likely going to give you a little bit more of a move to the downside. Taking a look at the higher daily time frames. Red dot on your 6-day, your 5-day, your 4-day, And yeah, your 4-day is confirmed. Your 3-day is also confirmed. Money flow generally coming to the upside on the higher time frames, but that 4-day has come into the green, back into the red. However, once that VWAP starts to turn back around, I think it will likely give you a little push up with that money flow into the green once again. So keep an eye on that. Your 2-day money flow is in the green, VWAP below the 0 line. Taking a look at the daily. Yeah, daily red dot confirmed. Money flow generally coming out. 16-hour money flow is coming out. I would lean bearish on this, especially with the weekly red dot. Money flow in your 12-hour coming out. 10-hour money flow is coming out. Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, 5 hours in the red, 6 hours in the red, 8 hours about to cross into the red. I would lean a little bearish on this, guys. And it's mostly based off the money flow and the weekly red dot. Shout out to Apples Up North. Gifted 1 Frankie Candles membership to 1 lucky winner. And it's Jonah Lang wins the membership. Let's go. Shout out to Jonah. You deserve it, bro. Let's get it. Let's see. Frankie for president. Shout out to Kendrick. And we're not talking about Kendrick Lamar, guys. This is Kendrick from the Frankie Candles YouTube chat. Shout out to you, bro. I say Kendrick for president. Let's go. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Taking a look. Yeah, I would lean a little bit more bearish on this. 4-hour money flow in the red, but very oversold, right? So I do think you could continue down, but short-term and locally, I would look for a potential bounce off that. Next bounce that you'll likely see is going to be on that 4-hour green dot. I would look for a, let's see, taking a look, deviating out of your local volume profile here. I'm going to go ahead and pull a local fib here. God, I don't even know where to pull this from. This is some, okay, let's pull it all the way from the bottom here. All the way from the start of that move up. And then, yeah, let's put it, I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to take this right here. Okay. And then I'm going to pull some volume on this little range that we had. Okay. I would go ahead, right? Golden pocket / previous value area high. That is going to be a pretty big level to watch. Go ahead and make that a little more even. There we go. And then your 786 does come in real close to that value area low. I would watch that as well. Here are some levels I would look at to the downside if you decisively lose this value area low. Going to be likely that you will find some support on these next little levels. A retest of that previous value area low, which is the top of this blue box at about $1.48, will be a nice place to get a little bit of a bounce. Let's go ahead and pull a local golden pocket, which is basically where we... Oh, look at that. To the dollar, guys. Tapping that golden pocket. Let's see if we can get any bullish confirmations. Hey. This might be a little bit degenerate. But if you get that green dot on the 15-minute, I mean, there's really nothing else saying that we're going up, to be 100% honest with you. Your 2-hour green dot is looking to print very soon. However, your 1 hour is already looking to flop back over. Hard to tell. I would say this. Not impossible to get a little bit of a bounce here. Not impossible to get a little support on this local golden pocket. A little micro scalp, if you will. Yeah, if you get this 24-minute bull div, I think you might be able to get a little bit of a bounce, but nothing really that exciting, to be 100% honest with you. I would just look for a small bounce here before continuation down, but you may get it. So those are the levels I would watch. Look for a short-term bounce off that golden pocket. If you lose it, look for a move down here to your value area high. Retest on that blue box before I bounce to the upside. But again, generally and overall, I will say that weekly is looking bearish. I do think you could continue down even if you get that short-term bounce. Let's see. Shout out to Hey Noodle. Says, love coming in and hearing Frankie being on mute. Hey Noodle. Did you like it? Hey, that wasn't even a real mute. I'm pretty good at faking it, right? I'm just saying, I'm getting better at faking the fake mutes. Shout out to Hey Noodle. Thank you for that super chat. Should I just mute myself for fun? Woo! There you go. I was actually muted that time, guys. Let's go. Shout out to Hey Noodle. I appreciate you. Wolfman Ain't My Coin asking a very important question in the chat, guys. Go ahead and let Wolfman Ain't My Crypto give him an answer. Give him an answer. Let's see. I can read lips, and that was disturbing, Frankie. Creighton C. Hey, don't out me live on the internet like that. Shout out to you, bro. Licking the microphone. Oh, God. Should we do some ASMR soon, guys? We'll have to bring back the ASMR. We used to do ASMR. It used to be on the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure, and then we removed it by popular demand. People were like, oh, my God, for the love of God, please stop doing the ASMR. It freaks me out, and I hate it. So we stopped doing it. Let's see. He was getting scolded by Mrs. Candle. Or by Miss Frankie. Let's go. Shout out to Hey Noodle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you. Rob knew I was on mute that time. Let's go. Shout out to Rob. But, guys, that's what I'd be looking for on MakerDAO. Those are some key levels to watch. But, again, with that weekly red dot and your money flow not looking the best here, I would go ahead and expect a little bit more of a movement to the downside. But a short-term bounce may not be unlikely. I would look for a retest of that value area low. If you do get a bounce, that would be a pretty strong level to get a rejection from before maybe coming down to that blue box. And then looking for a little bit of confluence, potentially for a golden pocket retrace, which you are not getting. But if we move it to this local high, I bet you it's perfect confluence. There you go. So I would look, somewhat into this level for a potential rejection. And if you get above this level and you start breaking that level, what you could kind of do with these retracement guys is you could just move them up, right? So if you're pulling it from this local high through that move to the bottom right here, and you get a move up and you start pushing past this 786, you can move it up to another high, right? Move it up to this high. Are you breaking that? Okay, no bearish rejection there. Okay, move it up to this high. All right. Oh, now I'm starting to see bearish signals. This might be the golden pocket we're going to reject from, right? So that's kind of how you could do that. But that's really the level I would be looking at because you do have the confluence between the value area low and that golden pocket almost perfect. So I would look for a potential bounce and then a bearish retracement. Or a bearish retracement, a test on that golden pocket before a bearish breakdown. All right, let's see. Shout out to Nomad with a guitar. Not to be confused with Nomad Dad. He says, I'm shorting now too. Last stand like the Alamo. If I die, if I fall, if I fail, I die. Let's go. Shout out to Nomad with a guitar. I'm holding my short too, bro. We'll go down together. Let's go. Hey, Noodles, always watching. Let's go. Thank you for being here. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Creighton C, bro, you're crazy. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. David Brumbelow said, no, I wear headphones and it's super creepy. I guess he doesn't want the ASMR then. Sorry, bro. Sorry, David. I won't do it, bro. I won't do it anymore. No worries. 5-minute blood diamond, baby. Dump it. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin. Thank you for pinning that, Tony. Let's take a look at XDC. Let's see. Taking a look at that XDC. Oh, baby. Dang. This thing is what? Yo, why is this thing mooning? Why is XDC mooning, guys? When was this? Was this recently? Yeah, guys, so oh, God, I think this is it. I may be wrong. I'm pretty sure this was the trade setup I put in the Discord, in the premium Discord. I put this trade setup for a nice short on XDC, and it was looking good. It was a super confident trade. I did all the work. I put it in the Discord, and then I'm like looking for a place to trade it, and I can't find where I can short XDC. I could not find it anywhere. And then I see people in the Discord like, hey, anybody see that setup that Frank just posted? I can't find it anywhere to short. And then I had to go back and be like, well, hey, guys, I can't find out where to short it. I apologize for that one. I just saw the setup. It looked saucy, so I posted it in here. I should have checked beforehand, but dang, it played out beautifully. Played out so beautifully right to that value area low, but unfortunately never was able to short it. But hey, it's still nice that it played out. But totally different story now. I'm not putting any shorts on this thing anytime soon because this thing is absolutely mooning. But let's take a look at the weekly. Oh, my God. Look at that money flow coming up into the green. Wow, why did this thing moon? Did this get news? Does anybody know if this thing got news? Why is this thing absolutely nuts? Let's see. Yeah, very, very interesting here. I don't know why this thing is mooning. Somebody let me know if you know why this is mooning. Taking a look at your 16-hour and your daily. Whew. Dang, man, this thing is mooning. I offer my assistance to sample girl merch. Shout out to Cozy Babe. We'll have to keep that in mind. Let's go. Yeah, interesting. XEC is an ISO 2022 coin. I'm pretty sure. So, maybe some other 2002 coins pumped too. Interesting. Yeah, shout out to the ISO 2022 coins. Guys, shout out. Hey, if anybody knows, if you know any of these coins, these are all ISO 2022 coins. If you guys are interested in getting this sweatshirt, I know everybody likes the super loud, super busy sweatshirts that I wear. If you guys are interested in checking this out, definitely go ahead and check out Hit Merch. We do have them for sale if you guys are interested. We have a couple other different ones as well. Okay, so yeah, this thing is absolutely mooning, but let's take a look. Yeah, oh my God. I mean, I'm trying to find out. Yeah, let's try to find out where the brick wall is because it's bound to come. The brick wall is bound to come, guys. Nothing goes up forever, as I always say. And look at that. Can't make it up, guys. We're just good at eyeballing these local golden pockets. Surely, like I always say, like, hey, guys, I didn't do this before the stream to impress you. Surely you guys understand that it would be impossible for me to look at all these altcoins and guess where the golden pockets are. I mean, it's not that magical, but it is interesting. I just always find that random high, pull it, and it's always on that local golden. But let's see here. So coming up to some strong resistance here. However, I'd be careful because if this thing is mooning off of news, this thing could fly up to that 786. But if you don't fly up to that 786, I mean, fresh green dots on a lot of these time frames. I won't be. I would look for a potential rejection off of that local golden pocket, but I would be very careful. Because this is money flow is flying to the upside. But you might set up for a bear div there in a minute. So, give this red dot on the 4-hour time to print. But I'd be very careful shorting this. I don't think I'll be shorting this, but you are hitting that local golden pocket. So if you do cool off, let me find you guys some levels that you could keep an eye on. Go ahead and excuse me. I will go ahead and mark this out. Boom. So I would watch this to come back down and retest these highs. Also, the 786 fib level is there. So if you continue to cool off here, guys, I will look for a retest of that blue box before potentially getting another move up. And then your weekly look, is a little overbought. Does look a little overheated. However, you can potentially stay overbought for a period of time. But your VWAP is starting to cool off here on the weekly a little bit. Your 2 days cooling off. Yeah, I mean, it looks very similar to Bitcoin, but you are hitting major resistance. If you do cool off, that's the level I would watch. Watch that. I mean, that's about it. That's about it. I will say that. Watch that blue box, and those levels are coming in at between about 0.03 cents and 0.036 and 0.035 cents. So watch for that, right? However, this does look like could be bullish consolidation before another move up. If you do break to the upside, if you don't fall down, if you don't break down here and you wind up getting a move to the upside, I would look at the 786 fib level coming in at about 0.045 cents. And with that being said, guys, I think that's basically all I got. This thing is absolutely mooning, but you are coming up to some serious resistance. I'll actually go ahead and let me pull some volume on this pull some volume here. Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch the levels I just showed you guys. Other than that, coming up to major resistance, but is looking pretty good. Definitely had to have gotten some kind of news. Shout out to Chris Marston. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here, and thank you for that super chat. They say, love the channel and love the Mafia. Still new and learning every day. When you talk about a rejection, how far do you need to come down for it to be a rejecto? A rejection. It's just a typo. But there is really no set amount, right? So, for example, let's say we have a little bit of a resistance up here, right? I'm just looking. Let me use bar replay mode real quick. So let's go ahead and say that. So let's say, right? So price is coming up to this level of resistance, right? This is for you. This is for you, Chris. Let's say we're coming up, right? Coming up, right? Oh, are we going to reject here? We might. How extreme will the rejection be? It's hard to tell. There are certain things you could look for. If you have certain things popping up on the time frame, on a certain time frame, it could indicate like if you have money flow coming out on top of a bearish divergence, like you might expect that rejection to be a little bit more severe. However, there's no way to just try to figure out, how far it will, there's no amount that makes it a rejection, right? So hear me out, right? Boom. We came down 3 red candles, right? Is that it? Or 4 red candles, and then we got a bounce. This could be considered a rejection, right? This little 1 red candle could be considered a rejection, right? This is a rejection, right? Anytime price rejects resistance, you can even consider bouncing off support a rejection of support, right? So you come down, reject. There is no amount or distance down or up that makes a rejection a rejection. So this would be considered a rejection. But then as we come up and test it again, right, or we come up higher and then we get a bigger move down, this is also a rejection, right? So there really is, the answer to that question is there's really no distance that makes a move a rejection, in my opinion, right? So I would consider this a rejection. I would consider this a rejection. I would consider this a rejection. Just anytime price rejects a level, I consider it a rejection. I don't look at how far it goes to consider it a rejection. So hopefully that helps you out. Shout out to Chris. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Shout out to Jessica. Jessica says, I'm listening. It's hard to be in chat. Kids are on spring break this week. Shout out to Jessica. Well, we appreciate you listening in, Jessica. If you didn't hear us, the ladies' merch is looking good, Jessica. The ladies' merch is looking good. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We took a look at XCC. We took a look at Dow. We took a look at, we did not take a look at APT. Shout out to Cozy Babe. We're taking a look at APT. There we go. Tether US. It's going down. All right, next altcoin. I'm just kidding, Cozy Babe. I'm just kidding. I'm breaking you chops. I'm just breaking you chops. Come on, a little petty vac. You know what I'm saying? Gabagool, man of God. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I just naturally have to spit out some Italian words. It's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? Gabagool. Somebody get the gabagool. Anyway, and I talk with my hands, so I smacked my keyboard. So it doesn't get better than that. All right, and somehow we wound up on Bitcoin. All right, here we go. On Aptos, let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Taking a look at the weekly. Let's see. 5-day. No information. Gonna have to come down to some lower time frames. Okay, so money flow. Back in the red on the 10-hour. Not the best look. 16-hour, red dot confirmed. Not the most bearish thing in the world, but money flow coming up on the 8-hour. 4-hour. Yeah, interesting. This one's hard to read. It's kind of looking sideways, I'll be honest. Let's go ahead and pull that volume. Yeah, approaching our value area low. I actually really like this range. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so this sideways range, guys, we are approaching the value area low, so we are also looking to print a red dot on the 1-hour, right? So let me find some levels right underneath. Let me see if we have anything underneath this value area low that could kind of come in and help us out if we break down below the range. There it is, right about here. These are the levels I would watch, guys. These are the levels I would watch. So, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to take these levels on the volume profile. Your value area low coming in at about 1187. Your POC coming in at 1229. And your value area high coming in at 1347. Now, if we come down to that value area low, and we may come down, print that red dot on the 1-hour, and get a deviation down out of the value area. If we deviate to that golden pocket, I would be looking for bullish confirmations at this level for a potential scalp long. I will not be longing this. I will tell you that right now. Not for any specific reason, just because I can only trade so many coins, and I literally look at every single altcoin ever because we do these live streams. So, I am not necessarily, this is not setting up for a beautiful trade or anything. I'm just saying, basically what I'm trying to say is if you lose your value area low, look for some backup on that golden pocket coming in at about 1159. Yeah, at about 1159. So, but other than that, guys, if we maintain if we remain inside of this volume profile, I would treat this like a volume profile, looking for longs at the lows, right? Looking for longs at the lows and looking for shorts at the highs, right? So yeah, and then again, if you deviate out of your value area, I would look for a bounce off that golden pocket. If you lose your golden pocket, let me pull up that VPVR. Yeah, if you start losing that golden pocket, that is or if you lose your value area low, you might get a quick move down to your golden pocket, a little bit of a gap there. But Let me go ahead and change this, turn off the value area high, VL, and POC. But yeah, if you lose that value area low, probably going to be a quick move down to your golden pocket. Bottom of the golden pocket coming in at about 1143, where you do have another high volume node that you will maybe get some support on. Not really. Yeah, I would say, yeah. And then if you lose that golden pocket, you do have a bit of support underneath you, but you do have that 786 coming in at about 1076. But unless we get a big meltdown on a lot of these altcoins, I would expect to probably hold support on that golden pocket. So definitely, those are definitely the levels that I would be looking at. And again, you know, just looking at the daily red dot, I would probably lean a little bit more towards a move to the downside. Weekly has no information. But yeah, that daily red dot is likely to give you some more downside in the near term. So keep an eye on that. Shout out to Cozy Babe thanking me for taking a look at that. No problem. Anything for you, Cozy Babe. You're here for the people, or I'm here for the people, and you're the people. So that's what I'm here for. Shout out to you, Cozy Babe. Let's go. Cody Coates says, what up, Frankie? Can you check IMX by any chance? Let's see. We got to take a look at Matic first. Let's see how we're doing on time. We're cutting it close. Let's take a look at Matic, and then we will try to take a look at IMX right after. Real quick. Actually, yeah, I don't know. We'll look at IMX tomorrow if we don't have time today. But let's definitely I want to try to stay on track with the list here. Let's see, Matic. But I will try. If we don't, we will definitely look at it tomorrow. I think we're going to do that. I talked to Tony about this, or Tony D. But mods, any altcoins that, I don't get to in one stream. I think you guys have been doing that. Let's just move the altcoins that we miss. Let's just move those to the next day, and we'll start with the ones that we missed from the day before. I think you guys have been doing that, but just a heads up. Hey, Bud Lightyear, what is going on, bro? Let's see. Okay. Shout out for Frankie. Shout out to Ken Saunders. Thank you for being here, bro. All right, let's continue on here. Taking a look at Matic. Again, like a lot of these altcoins, approaching their local value area lows. Is that 1 hour looking for the red dot? Oh, baby, it's got a yellow X. Look at that. It's going to zero, boys. Let's go. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, guys. It's not going to zero. I don't think. Anyway, but yeah, approaching that value area low, we are printing a yellow X on the 1 hour. That could give us a bit of a move to the downside, guys. Definitely not the best look when you got that yellow X going on. But yeah, we are approaching some support. If we lose our value area low, let's find out what we have underneath us to maybe support us on the way down. Local golden pocket coming in at about $1.05. That will potentially give you a little bit of support if you do get the breakdown. There you go. And then this level here would just be a retest of these little highs that we made over here. That is coming in at $1.07, but $1.05 is a much stronger level to look for a bounce. If you lose that golden pocket, guys, I will look for a fall through this gap. Look at this gap. If you lose that golden pocket, you are probably quickly going to move down to that 786, which you would want to bounce off of. I will say that, because if you lose that level, things could get a little bit ugly. Just taking a look here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, because then we do have this very, very high volume node up here. It's likely going to be the golden pocket of this entire. This golden pocket is likely, I would think, going to be close to this area. Bada boom. Yeah, there you go. It's at the bottom of this shelf here. So if you get a move down, again, I would watch those local levels that we just looked at, right? Look for a bounce off the value area low. If you lose that, I would mostly be looking at that golden pocket for some support. But if you lose if you lose some more bigger levels and you come down for a bigger move, I would be looking at a potential move down to not only this level here at about 94 cents. I would look for a bounce there, but if we continue down, I would look for a bounce off that golden pocket coming in here at about 78 cents. So yeah, does look kind of, yeah, not really. But yeah, that's basically what I would be looking for on Matic, guys. Again, coming down to that local golden pocket like a lot of these other coins. And then again, looking at that little value area high is coming in right underneath that golden pocket. So we may come down to retap that macro golden pocket. But yeah, red dot printing on that daily is not looking the best. Definitely looks like there could be some more downside in the near future. Especially with that yellow X on the 1 hour. But now you guys have the local levels. These are the local levels. If anybody wants to screenshot them, these are the local levels that I will be watching on Matic. Again, if we break down, I'm really looking for some support on that golden pocket. All right, let's go ahead and let's see. Thank you for your TA, Frankie. Shout out to Crypto Main. No problem, bro. He took it back, but I read it before he retracted the message. But thanks to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. Hey, what is up, Kurt Eichler? What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. But Chemistry Bro says, I'm literally sculpting a butt onto a mutated toad right now. Well, shout out to Chemistry Bro. Hey, listen, keep your private hobbies to yourself, Chem Bro. TMI, bro. TMI. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's talking about a 3D print. But anyway, let's go ahead and, guys, we got to get that wheel spinning. We got 662 people in here, guys. Smash that like button. If we get to 850 likes somehow magically, I will be looking to spin that wheel 20 times. So if you have not, smash that like button. Definitely go ahead and do that right now. Let's see. Blood Diamond on Matic on the 5 hour, somebody says. Shout out to, oh, hey, there was one right here. Pew! Absolutely nuked to the floor. But was this a golden pocket retracement? I bet it was. Oh, baby, it was. I actually pulled to the top of that wick. Bang. Look at that. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Let's see. Because I can bump it in the house. Let's go. All right, let's continue on. Go ahead and grab that wheel of pain and pleasure. I don't know why, guys. I've been losing my voice at the end of the streams lately. I don't know. Hey, hey, Chemistry Bro said BTC dumping a little bit. You might even be up 30 cents now on that short. Let's go. Let's check it. Where is it? No, I'm still in the red. I'm down 59 cents. I am joking about that, guys. I don't know what happened here. This was supposed to be a $780 position. Not a $78 position. I don't know why this wound up being $78. But hey, I'm just going to let it ride. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, still up on the long. I mean, this is basically the same trades I was looking at before. But yeah, there we go. Even if this gets wrecked and I get stopped out, then we'll still be way covered by that long. But let's go ahead and continue on here with the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. Here we go. How many likes do we have? I don't know why all of a sudden I have to move. I don't know why I have to all of a sudden move. Yeah, like I can't see the likes anymore. It's so strange. All right. Well, anyway, we got 553 likes. That gives us 5 spins on the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. Let's go. Spin numero uno. Let's get it. I hope everybody had a good weekend, guys. I hope everybody, let's see. You still have until Friday, Jonah. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but yeah, you got until Friday, Jonah. Let's go. If Billy says you got until Friday, you got until Friday. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. Let's see. All right. Cody Code says IMX. I'll try to take a look at it if we have time right after the spins. He's not even, I don't even think that's who asked for it. Wow. The wheel is laggy today. I guess we could start looking at IMX. What do we got? Little bada bing. Come on, baby. Hey, give him another giveaway. Let's see. 3 giveaways. Let's get it. Out of 5. 3 out of 5. Let's go. Bing bong. Let's go. Let's see. Oh, hey. That's so cool. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. Just commented on my YouTube video. Let's go. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. All right. Oh, my God. I don't know what's going on here right now. It's 100 degrees in here. I wonder if my computer might not be liking that right now. Yikes. Let's see. Got to get them spins up, though. Let's go. Shout out to Jonah Lang. Shout out to Jonah, bro. You've been here for, like, ever, dude. Thank you for being such a long-time supporter. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 giveaways, guys. There we go. Not too bad. Should we spin one for good luck? Let's do one for good luck. Here we go. But, guys, after this live stream, if you have not seen my Is the Bottom In video, I highly recommend you go watch that video. And it's also... coincidentally, going to be one of the videos that you have to like and comment on to get into this week's giveaways. But this one is a saucy video, guys. Let's go. Shout out to Cozy Bed. Says extra spins. You guys know I always give you at least 1 extra spin. 5 giveaways out of 6 spins, guys. That is a high hit rate. Even for a trading strategy, that is savage. But, guys, with all that being said, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Go check out that is the bottom in video, guys. And don't forget, let me just move my chat. Where'd my chat go? I can't be without my chat for a second. But yeah, is the short back in the green? Let me check. Just let me check my short, guys. Listen, I know it's only $78, but it's still exciting. I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, it's like the long is like a $5,000 position, and then the short was supposed to be a little $780 scalp. Turned into a micro scalp. But whatever. But yeah, if you guys want to sign up to trade long or short your favorite altcoins or Bitcoin, guys, don't forget to check out that Femex promotion they have going on. Click the link in the description down below to get that deal. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My voice just cracked. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for all sticking around till the end of the stream. I love each and every single one of you. I don't just say that. You are not just a number to me. You are the Candle Mafia. You are this YouTube channel. I'm just the crazy person on the camera screaming to you guys about the candles. With all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after our boy DZ on ATB. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
Hello? Oh, yeah, babe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're up 30. We were up 30 cents. We're going to make it, babe. We're making it. I'm counting the money. It's 30 cents. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it starts with 30 cents. And you know, 30 cents turns into $30. And you know what we could do with $30? We can go out to eat 2 nights in a row, babe. You understand that? We're making it, baby. Let's go. We're up 30 cents on the short. Let's go. Hello? My phone die? Oh, she hung up. What the? Did she say loser before she hung up? What the? Oh, no. Hey, guys. Did you, Mrs. Candles definitely didn't hang up on me and call me a loser. I swear. I was excited about my big win, my big 30-cent win, guys. Well, I guess now that we're here, we could take a look at IMX, right? Well, shout out to whoever asked for IMX, guys. We're going to have to check it out here real quick. IMX with the big dump ski off of this on the 5-hour. Taking a look at the daily. Let's go ahead and clear this, clear some of this stuff here. Let's see. Taking a look at the daily. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Money flow generally looking for the red dot on the daily for sure. What's the weekly saying? Weekly VWAP is kind of rolling over here, but too soon to get anything from that. 5-day green dot printing. 6-day green dot confirmed. 4-day green dot confirmed as well. Guys, here's what I'd look for. Yeah. Hard to say. Hard to say. VWAP's cooling off, but money flow looks good. And remember, the money flow indicates the longer-term trend, right? So VWAPs we're not really worried about as long as the money flow looks good. Money flow on that 3-day does look pretty good. 2-day money flow is juicy as all get out. That's looking pretty good as well. Only thing I would watch here on the daily is very similar to Bitcoin, guys. Could be putting in that bearish divergence with our higher highs on our price, with the lower highs on our momentum waves, or our RSI. If you don't have the paid indicators, you use the RSI for this exact thing. Money flow generally coming out, and I just want to check that 90-minute money flow, looking for the crossover into the red. I would lean a little bit bearish on IMX, guys, just based off that red dot on the daily looking to print, as well as your yeah, as well as your 2-day VWAP cooling off. Does look like you may get a little bit of a move to the downside. And then real quick, some levels that you could watch if we do get a pullback. I would probably look at the point of control, to be honest. Obviously, you can watch that value area high at about $1.16 first, but that POC at about $1.05 does get you pretty close to this high volume node, so that may be a place where you would be likely to get a bounce from near that point of control right there. But that was just a quick and dirty TA on IMX. I felt bad. I didn't want to completely ditch it. I completely forgot about it, and then I went back in chat and I was like, oh no. I forgot IMX. So there you go. Shout out to whoever was asking for that. It never stops, Devin C. Dang right. Shout out to Matt Lane. Shout out to Chemistry Bro, Metabytes, David Brumbelow, Rob the Crypto Snob, Cozy Babe, Devin C. again, Wolfman Ain't My Crypto, Cozy Babe again, Rob the Crypto Snob again, and cause I can bump it, I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't tell anybody that Mrs. Candles hung up on me and called me a loser because she didn't think that my 30-cent win was big enough for her. A win's a win, baby. Profit's profit. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. Shout out to Vin Diesel, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Frankie Candles out. I love you all. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
Bing bong.